So yesterday I was at a meeting with my fellow community members with Enactus UK, and there was this question they asked, like, why do you think people should join Enactus? So if yes, we asked that question, what would that be? Like, what's your reason? Why do you think you can just say it in like 3 words or 4, 5 words? Just why?
Oh, that's hard. 4 words. Okay, I think I already got out of that. So I think Enactus gave me everything. I think the reason why I went to to the United Nations, a part of it was also Enactus. I always had this sustainable side of me, but it never came out until I got into Enactus. And the reason why you should join, well, it's sustainable. It's helping everyone. Secondly, it's enhancing your skills, so you can put that on your CV. Enactus is an amazing society, and it's a non-profit organization. It's globally recognized. Loads of big companies are partner with it, so you can expand your network. And not only, if you do have some experience, because these companies are partner with Enactus, they know how good you are. So in case you want to work with these companies in the future, they may consider you just because of this particular experience. You make amazing friends. I've made my besties here. Komal, the current president, being one of them. Zenji, the VPE, of course. And now I've met you.
Which is a honor. Like, I'm so excited.
So it's just amazing to make friends, to just socialize a bit. Yeah. Because after COVID, I think that's something that most of people needed to do. Yeah. And for me, it was also about making like-minded people. I'm not gonna say I'm not social. I do meet lots of people, but sometimes I don't feel very confident, because sometimes I don't think what the other person is thinking or what is their mindset. So I'm a bit hesitant making friends. But when I joined this society, it was amazing, because all the people, they had the same values as me, so they knew what I was talking about. They felt the same, and we kind of bonded. So it was just amazing for myself, at least.
Because I've interviewed like 2 or 3 members, and everyone, anytime I ask this question, they all say family. So from what I'm getting from you, I'm sure you also say family. Basically, Enactus it's just like a family. And I'm also going to add one thing. Aside the career and the skills, I think one thing you also how do I put this? One thing that you can get from joining Enactus, like, instead of you want to make a lot of change, and join Enactus, you can actually make that change through the projects. Like, you can see Welcome Home, going out to help the homeless. So that's one thing I would say. Like, if that's one reason why you should join Enactus, if you want to see a change, then you can be a part of it. Of course.
I think this is something that we learned from the trip at the United Nations as well. We got a chance to ask questions to amazing people there, and the most common answer was, of course, you want to change the world, and you should have that vision, you should have that dream. And if you are confident, if you are hardworking, if you are passionate, that dream will come true. However, don't be afraid to ask for help. You alone, unfortunately, can't change the world. However, if you meet like-minded people, such as if being in a society such as Enactus, then of course you together can bring that change, starting from a small town, from a small university. Then you can just take it globally, of course. So I'm just going to say, if you have a dream, and if it's not in one of the current projects, just come along, try out, share your ideas with the mates that you make here. And I'm quite sure if you are passionate and then hardworking, of course, then you will achieve your dream. And I achieved mine, and I'm on my way to get the other one done. So yeah.
Oh, you can tell that we actually had a very smart and intellectual president, because a lot of questions I wanted to ask at the end, she's already answered them. So, but this one, you got an internship with Enterprise Rent a Car. Was it through Enactus?
It was through Enactus, and it was a very funny story how I got in.
Please, I would love to hear it. I'm sure we have a lot of time.
So, being a second year student, of course, there's many other students. One of the things that we want to do is either have a secure replacement, or maybe just have some sort of internship, programs, or get some experience from some sort of position where you can actually put on your CV and would be helpful after you graduate, of course. So you always want to think about what's going to come after you graduate. That was the same thing for me. I wanted some experience. I wanted to secure a job before I graduate. So as many students at the beginning of my second year, I thought, okay, so from next week, what I'm gonna do, I will start making, my applications. And I made a nice folder on my desktop, and I'm a very organized person, so I decided to, all go, the plan that I made basically. And then, without realizing, I went on LinkedIn. And then Claire Bainan, who was our, sort of a VP mentor for our last year, vice president, she was connected with me on LinkedIn profile. So what happened, she was recruiting for some graduate schemes, and I just asked a random question. I was like, do you also do placements? She replied saying yes, and next thing I know, I have the interview with them the next day.
Wow.
So no preparation at all. No, I was not aware of anything, and then I did some research before doing my interview. Of course, do that before, and then I passed my first stage, and then I passed my second stage as well. So I got the internship, as I said earlier. I'm currently working with this amazing company as well. However, the Enactus did help me quite a lot as well, because technically speaking, that's 3 stages to the process of the interview. So the first one is a phone call. Okay. The second one is basically the Zoom interview, they call it. The third one is actually the branch interview. So if you pass the first one, then you go to the second one, and so on. So if you are a member of Enactus, you are entitled to a fast track scheme. This is basically what I used. So I didn't have to do my first call, but then I impressed, with my skills, with my experience. I impressed my, the manager that interviewed me, and I got the placement, of course. So I will say that there are again amazing perks of joining the society, such as entitlement to some fast track schemes, of course.
Funny enough, I didn't even really know about that until you said it now, which I'm definitely going to use.
Yeah, please do, because I will say it is you are entitled to fast track schemes. However, securing the placement or securing a graduate scheme is up to your skills and your CV. Because I think yes, I got the interview thanks to Enactus, but if it wasn't for my experience or my skill set, I might not have been able to,
True.
So just one thing that I always make sure that is clear is I'm not securing the job. It's just securing the first interview, and then it just depends on you.
But that's actually good. It also makes sense. I'm already giving you a platform, so it's just left for you to do your part.
Exactly, so, of course.
So, alright. Sorry, you want to say
something? Sorry. I was just going to say that the experience that they require is given in the society. So, all the skill set is in the society. It's all about how you communicate and how you present your skills.
Yeah, definitely. So there's this question I like to ask, and since you were once you are the former president of Enactus DMU, so I'll just ask you as well. If you were given that power, just one power to change something about Enactus or to add something to Enactus, what would that be?
Oh my god.
The last 2 points is a tricky one.
Oh, this is a tricky one. One thing that I want to change about Enactus. Wow, that might take a while now.
No, it's fine. If you don't have anything to change, then that's totally perfect. Meaning we are all good, and Enactus is just like the best platform. But if there's something you want to add, then what can it be? You don't necessarily have to change something.
Of course, yeah. I think change-wise, I think we are on a good level at the moment, of course. However, there is always space and time for improvements. We can always improve, no matter how good your company or in this case society is. There is always space for improvement, and we can do that. I think at the moment I can't see any sort of big changes that needs to be made. But however, I think one thing that will take this society, just like last year, to the next level, to a higher level, is the passion. So all the members, if they have the right passion and if they are willing to change the world, that's basically it. So
All right, so in just one word, just tell us, what does Enactus mean to you? Just one word or 2 words or as many words as you want to.
Obsession. When I started, when I joined Enactus as a president, I have been obsessed with it. So I think it became an obsession for myself. I couldn't. I was always available, and probably in the previous years, members might agree with me. Whenever they had a query, whenever they had a question, they just put in the WhatsApp. I was the first one to reply. So I could be midnight, it could be any time, any day. And, I was always on, no matter what. I was always looking for opportunities here, opportunities there. We went to an open day, and it basically ended up being Enactus, and I was like, okay, yes. So just become an obsession for myself, because I'm so passionate and I'm so proud of becoming, the president and a part of it in the previous year, that just obsession is the right word for me, probably.
I would totally agree with that. I think I'll use that same word, because since I joined Enactus, and if anytime the current president just message me, I need this, straight, I don't think I just do it, and which is a good thing though, because it's actually helping me in return, so it's not actually bad. And so that's it. I would have said you should give us an advice, but you have basically said everything. You've given us an advice, which is all right. So I'm just like, thank you so much once more for being a part of this.
Thank you for having me. It's been lovely.
We've definitely had a lot to learn. I've definitely actually had a lot to learn from you just from this episode, and I'm sure we could all agree. So, and that would be it for today.
Thank you so much.
Hopefully I'll be able to invite you next time to talk about your journey.
Thank
I'm sure
you so much.
more things are going to come after today. Definitely, I'm going to go on more trips representing Enactus, because in as much as they are not still the president of Enactus, they are still like carrying the name and still taking us higher. So I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
Right.
One thing that I want to say before I go is, if you ever need me, any questions, any queries, anything at all, it could be non-Enactus related, anything with your life, or anything with your university. If you need advice, if you need just some sort of help, you know where to find me. You can find me on LinkedIn. If you write my name, Tarnjeet Kaur, I should be the first one popping up. And if I'm not, I'm sorry about that. But you probably will recognize my face. So just pop me a message. I will try to get to you as soon as I can. However, please be mindful, because I am on a placement at the moment, so I am working, so I might not be able to respond straight away.
Don't say the whole lot, So thank you. That was very nice of you, actually. So you guys have heard, if you need anything, you can just go to Harbour. Don't just rush it. Alright, so that's it for today. Thank you so much. Thank you guys once more for being a part of Enactus DMU Talks. And be sure not to miss the next episode, because we're also going to be talking to another former member of the Enactus Society, and we definitely have a lot to also learn from her. And until next time, my name is Esther. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Bye.